How's everyone doing today? I am finally on time. I am not late. Coast to Coast Packers here. I'm aside from the East Coast. I got my man Bernie Bango on the West Coast.
What's up?
And we're over here trying to break down the latest that's come down in yesterday's great victory, or this, I almost said it, San Diego. Oh my goodness. The Los Angeles Chargers, 20-23. And I'm just hyped, man. I am extremely happy. I know, you look at that game, it wasn't something that we all expected, but man, Victory Monday feels amazing. And I just want to see, I kind of want to just, start off with that, where I think we came into that game not really knowing what was going to happen with Jordan Love. We did see progression, but to see him come in and play as well as he did. And I know everyone's going to be like, hey, the defense stepped up, but let's be real. If Mother Nature didn't help us out a couple times there, we might have been looking at a completely different outcome.
Hey,
how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I was just gonna say, it's like I feel like it's no longer the frozen tundra. It's just like another Wisconsin wetland. It's. But hey, like you said, Mother Nature helped us out, and I'll take it though. I'll take any win in football, however you can get it. It's kind of a survivalist league sometimes too throughout the season, and I'm pumped though, man. And
look, we
can keep playing in the swamp. We can keep playing in the swamp if we win. That's cool.
Hey, look. All I'm saying, Todd, is we get the 15th pick, we get the 20th pick, we may even get the 26th pick. I don't know. Okay, all I know is that I'm just happy that we stole the win, and we haven't had the ball go our way a few times this year. 4 games losing streak, and then we came back and won again. And we should have beat the Steelers. Honestly, we kind of got hosed there. But for us to come back and steal this win, I'm going to take it. And honestly, to see where we were at the beginning of the season to where we are now, I'm happy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not one of those guys that say, you know what, like, let's just tank and try to, for what? Like, I mean, that I got drafted a wide receiver in the first round anyways. And do we want to, be all hyped up about Joe Alt, Notre Dame, left tackles? No, I'm just, hey, let's just see what happens. You never know. Yeah. No one had the Giants win the Super Bowl when they went 8-8. I'm just saying. Now, does that mean that Joe Barry stays? I might lose my mind. But, hey, look, there's something you said that was kind of funny, where you said the battle of survival. Because, I mean, our injury report coming out of this game was insane. I think we are 4 times more injuries than the Lions going into this Thursday night. And, man, like, talking about losing key players like Aaron Jones banged up. Then on top of that, too, losing Emmanuel Wilson. Running back room is completely upside down. Now bringing back Patrick Taylor. I mean, then on top of that, too, like Wicks. I mean, oh, man, just every time that boy touches the ball, it's just something magical. Yeah. And I don't know. What do you think? I was like, I thought the injuries were bad until I saw the injury report today. I'm like, holy crap. Like, what happened? That attrition?
Yeah, I'm bummed about Aaron Jones. That's the first person that really comes to my mind. This, going into Detroit on Thanksgiving Day, like this is the time that you'd want to feed someone like Aaron Jones in this primetime game. If you're a feature player, to take you to the W. We know that's the algorithm for Packers victory is feed Jones, and now that's not an option. So, like you said, you're trying to patch up the running back room really quick because of the loss of Wilson as well. And now, what's your offensive game plan? What's something we might see, Amar?
I kind of feel like they're gonna throw the ball over the yard. You've been watching LaFleur and Jordan, right? Jordan's been coming in and getting more and more comfortable. He's just letting it rip. And there was a couple times in that game where he took some sacks where he didn't let it rip. He hesitated. And I think he was like, shit, I can't do this again. And he just played kind of with his hair on fire, but he played smart. And Detroit, you could throw on Detroit. I think that's been proven. If your offensive line can hold up, which they couldn't do in week 3, if they can do it this week, you have a chance to get some shots downfield because, I mean, the Chicago Bears took the Lions to the little wire in their house. I mean, Jared Goff had probably one of his worst games at home, throwing 3 picks, almost another. He almost had 4 picks. That would have been a pick 6. I'm just saying, like, there's some kinks in armor, and I'm all for us being the trap game and us being the upset and us ruining their Thanksgiving. I'm fine. Let's have it happen. Let's just throw the ball over the yard. Screw it at this point. Because Jordan's doing so much with no run game. I'm just saying, like, imagine if he did get one. But what do you think?
Well, I'm thinking it was just like over a weekend, right? A week ago that Lions Chargers played, right? And it was like 41-38.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of points scored there, right? Like, as you're saying, Goff didn't look good. Then this week, like you said, there's kinks in the armor, and that's, I hope the coaching staff is doing their job, getting into that tape, seeing what these teams are doing to play effectively offensively and defensively against the Lions and see what we can learn from that. It's a quick turnaround, man. You don't have a lot of time to prepare, but we've already seen this team one time. So it's I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be better than the last game. My only concern is just Aaron Jones. It is my mind I can't get off of that is him not playing. I gotta keep our faith in Dylan then, that he's gonna ball out. And like you said, I think they're gonna throw the ball. Right. We saw, a read, like on an end around, this last game. Right. So they're gonna get creative. I think there's gonna be some more of those jet sweep type stuff, or it's essentially a running play, but it's considered a forward pass, right? Like on those, those snaps, and it's like a touch pass, right? Yep. I think we're going to see some stuff like that. I felt like we saw that this week more too. Some more of those gadget plays mixed in. I felt like we're getting comfortable and we're opening up the playbook a little bit more. And so I guess let's continue doing that. Right now, we can't miss a beat. Like you said, Amar, this team is taking steps forward. We can't shy away from a quick return. We got to take another step forward Thursday morning.
I don't think it could be mentioned more than enough how Jayden Reed has come in as a rookie, and he is hitting the ground running, and seeing him gain more targets, more play, becoming that number one receiver that honestly he's built for it. I mean, he is just absolutely amazing. He's electric whenever he touches the ball, and you seeing him becoming the focal point to where then Aaron Jones couldn't get anything going on Sunday. I mean, it was unfortunate. Like, the offensive line, when it came to run blocking, didn't look that great. A.J. Dillon has been running his ass off, and every week, if it's not him running the ball, it's him catching the ball in the flat and taking it for a first down. He just seems to be getting better and better. He hasn't listened to any of us talking trash about him. And Jayden Reed I cannot stop talking about this kid. This kid just looks so good. And with the fact that he's taken that more of a number one role, you're seeing Dobbs, you're seeing Watson still contribute, but you don't have to really force it to them. You can really just let your offense develop. And I think we need to do what Detroit does to us. Detroit always kind of gets us with these like triple reverses and all these trick plays and all these motions. The hell with that. We need to get them with that too, because the one thing I've noticed with Detroit is that their defense is really not that good. Minus Aiden Hutchinson, secondary suspect. Defense as a whole has been getting lit up on. The only difference is the offense is able to keep up with teams, right? Yeah. We can treat this game similar to how we did just the Chargers a second ago. We got a shot. And I think it was like this time last year, we beat Dallas in overtime. Then we had to play Thursday night against Tennessee, and we got manhandled. The difference was, though, Tennessee's an unknown opponent, right? We don't play them very often. Yeah. And they do have that tough guy mentality, but the truth was we just didn't play great. I feel like us going into this game, we have a lot of bulletin board stuff with a lot of shit that Campbell has said, a lot of things that Goff and Sungad have been saying, things like that from previous games. It's our opportunity to kind of show them who really does run the North, even though they're kicking ass right now. I just think they're a paper tiger. I really, really believe that, they just get lucky right now, and I'm happy for them, but I really want us to bring them down to earth.
And I a few weeks ago wouldn't have had these feelings and thoughts,
Exactly.
Yep. And something I want to like talk about a little bit too is well we can
Yeah.
just get into a little good news, bad news,
Let's
right?
do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
I want to start with some good news. I'm just
Okay.
going to go one good news and I'll throw it your way. Jordan Love, man, over 300 yards passing, right? And that was 20 some games. It hadn't been done in a while. And then I know I heard some of the birds chirping in the back from the peanut gallery, though, like, oh, this is the worst passing defense in the NFL. So you're confirming what I'm getting
Yeah.
at, though, is like he did exactly what he should have done then in that situation. So he accomplished the mission, right?
Yeah.
That's what he should do, right? That's what any good NFL quarterback should do against that team then. And so like it's still, these are still all professionals, you know, and so I the only thing I thought it was like the Joey Bosa thing might have helped a little bit.
Of course. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you hate to see guys get hurt, but at the end of the day, as cliche as it is, you know, I'm just like, man, like that definitely probably helped. But no, good news. That's the good news. Love, man. I thought it was a fantastic game. It's another step forward. You know, it's going to build his confidence too. And this would be a second quick turnaround game against the same team. You know, I'm looking forward to his next step forward.
I think from a good news perspective, you're 100% right. And I think him coming in from this Chargers game as his Detroit game with that kind of performance is just going to make him more confident. It's going to let him know, hey, I can just let it rip, and I know what I'm doing. I'm going to make the right plays. I'm going to make the right calls. And this team as a whole, seeing the young guys really step up was my good news. I kind of already said, you know, Jaden Reed, Dontavian Wicks, hell, Tucker Kraft catching the ball. And look, Musgrave would have not practiced today, right? So if Kraft has to go in there, he looked like, I mean, he's a really athletic dude. I just think he just needs to get more opportunities and more touches. And when it comes to my good news, because you took Jordan, I can't say the same thing as Jordan, right? But it has to be Carrington Valentine. I have to admit, like, there's a question that True North Packers said here about like who needs to be fired more. That's gonna be our bad news here. That's gonna be my bad news lead in, okay? But when it comes to as a defense, when it comes to certain players, like when it came to Carrington Valentine, when it came to Corey Valentine, when it came to Anthony Johnson, I mean, there were guys that were just these young guys coming in and playing well, and they really didn't have. I mean, everyone was counting them out, and they show that they can get the job done against literally probably one of the top 10 best quarterbacks in the league right now. I mean, Justin Herbert is the truth, and Keenan Allen is no joke. And that's my good news. The bad news is that I think that it'd be a toss-up between the two because both these guys come from the same system. Yeah. And the bad news is that as great as our team played, the fact that we held a very high-powered offense like the Chargers to 20 points, we did have – it happened because of the fact that their guys didn't step up in opportunities that they had. They had 3 huge drops on the first drive, tight end open right over the middle on 4th down. He drops the ball. Keenan Allen in the flat has opportunity to score on the 2-yard line, drops the ball. Then he has another one coming across the middle, touchdown hits him right in the hands, drop. I mean, I know it's what ifs, buts, and cans and nuts. I get all that, but at the end of the day, like these guys were, and then Quentin Johnson dropping that ball down the seam, down the sideline where Curry, I don't know what Valentine was doing. But
he ran right by Valentine.
He ran right by him. And Quentin can play. Like Quentin's a rookie kid. I know he has stones for hands right now, but he's uberly talented. And I just think that people are going to give Joe Barry a pass. But it comes down to one of those things where if they beat them, it's one of those things where they beat themselves. And the Chargers did charge. Well, they say the Chargers charged it up, right? And my bad news is that they did that against this team that, you know, has a propensity of kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Detroit did do that against Chicago. Will they do that against us? I don't know. That's what we're going to wait and see because Thanksgiving Day, 12:30 game for the Detroit Lions. It's like something magical, man. They play games hard and tough, and they normally win, and they've beaten us many a times. And on these Thanksgiving games. And so they're going to have a lot of that going for them. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe, just maybe, we can just steal one because we're still in the hunt. People think that's
Yeah.
crazy, but we're still in the hunt, and
Yeah.
I'm all for it. What's your bad news? I hope I didn't take it away. I may
Oh
have,
no!
but
Well, my bad news is we've already brought it up, and that's Aaron Jones, and maybe we can address,
Mhm.
try to, touch one more time on this backfield and what it's going to do. You'll see a lot of AJ Dillon, and
Yep.
we said we're going to see some Reed as well. Oh, here's some other good news here, right? Good news: the O line played well.
From pass protection, not
Yeah.
not run protection, but
Yeah.
from pass protection, they played their ass off. I just don't understand the whole Runyon. To me, just needs to be benched. I love the kid. I loved him as a rookie, but he's just slowly been digressing. I need Ryan in there, right guard, and I don't know what's going on with Yash and Walker. Just like what I'm saying, like you get a series, you get a series.
Yeah.
They said people saying scoring wise from a like rank what was it from a PFF kind of like score. Walker
Yeah.
had a great game, and I'm like, okay, you know what? This is the week where we need our best five out there, no matter what. I don't care how we do it, and if that offense line can keep doing what they're doing, just give Jordan Love some. That's the thing. I've been watching these Detroit Lion games a lot, and just because I like love watching our enemies and see where I can see little nuances of like weakness. If you give Jordan some time, you can make plays on this defense. And offense line needs to step up. They need to shut down Aiden Hutchinson.
100%.
They did a good job against Khalil. Khalil still, Khalil's going to get his, right? Aiden's going to get his.
Yeah.
But just to minimize it to the point where not only Aiden, but then every single person on that defensive line is not eating, we got a chance. And what kills me, the running back room scares me a little bit, but they were able to get Patrick Taylor back from New England. He was on New England's practice squad. They got him back.
Okay.
He's already signed to the roster, so he knows the offense. He'll be good. We have Elias Merriweather, a kid that we have on the practice squad, another kid that's been here for a couple of weeks. He'll probably get called up. And then James Robinson got picked back up on the practice squad.
Yeah.
He's been here for 2-3 weeks, and then he got cut. So we'll have guys there, but Dylan was limited today with a groin injury. And so I'm telling you, we have 16 people on the injury report right now. And Musgrave with the stomach, Jones with the knee, and then you have Wicks with the knee and concussion. So I think Wicks might not even play, which means that Malik Heath needs to come in there. And he had a good couple catches. He was blocking his ass off. I saw him decleat Khalil Mack a couple times. I'm like, all right, look, I'm going to need number 18 to step up here, because if 13 can't, 13 was just, man, he was just absolutely, him and Reed just, man, I had to go back and watch the game today, and I just couldn't believe just the way they were just all over the field dominating. And there's something you said that I really appreciated, where you're like, hey, this is the worst defense, and Jordan Love did exactly what he should have did against them, right? Yeah. When he played against Denver, when he played against the Raiders, who also were probably one of the worst defenses in the league, he didn't do that. So to see him take advantage of these situations where he should be and doing it in such a profound and efficient manner, that just shows us that, hey, this guy's leaning towards the right way. Yeah. He just needs to keep. We've been saying it, right? Stack success. So, man, you can tell me I'm happy as shit. Every time we win, I don't give a damn how we do it. As long as we win, I'm happy. I ain't gonna give Joe Barry any credit because I'm just an asshole like that. But I'm just looking forward to see what this upcoming season is going to bring for us.
Yeah. Good news is I heard if we win on Thursday, we have a 45% chance of making the playoffs. Bad news is if we lose on Thursday, it's going to be a 14% chance we could make the playoffs. So it almost sounds like a game that if we're thinking we can sneak into the playoffs, it might be one that it's like the one we're going to have to steal. Chiefs is tough, right? And then the last 5 are favorable. So,
what are you, Star Wars fan by any chance?
I am.
Han Solo?
Yeah.
Never tell me the odds, baby.
Never tell me the odds.
I'm stealing that from Aaron Nagler. I'm stealing that from Nagler. But I'm telling you right now, look, all we got to do is just keep winning these games. I'm telling you, Chiefs, they're playing right now. They have not looked like the powerhouse that they've been, right? Yeah. Oh, dude, special teams as a unit. He ain't lying. Look, that's funny he said that because Dallin Levitt got cut. He had that first kickoff. Not only did he have a holding call, but he must have cussed out the ref because then I've never seen LaFleur go at a player like that. And shit, next day he got cut. So I'm thinking like, dang, like it couldn't have been just that. It's probably an accumulation of things. But damn, but look, the unknown, non-existing players, Zane Anderson had some good special team tackles. Maybe they're like, you know what? You got the young guy right here. So because Levitt's like, I want to see 28, 29. He's an older guy. So you know what? Pachitero coming into his special teams chops are probably one of the best. So hey, I am hoping that Rich, I can never say his last name. Help me out. How do you say his last name? I'll be messing it up.
Is it Bisaccia?
Bisaccia. Mr. Bisaccia. I just look, all I know is that Keyshawn needs to break one. That's it. I need Keyshawn to get a kickoff for a touchdown in this Thanksgiving game, open this thing up, and just shut up that crowd. Just shut them up. Also, special weapon, Keyshawn Nixon in the backfield. I'm just saying.
Okay.
They did it before. Week 2, week 1. Do it again. Getting look, you're right, Todd. Damn right, dude. I it's my birthday. My wife said I can get a jersey. I'm stuck. I don't know. I want to get a Love jersey. I don't know which one to get, which young guy to get, you know? And so it's between Love and Reed right now. I'm stuck between the two.
I like Love, man, because I feel like even after his days are gone, like it's a jersey that says Love. Like, whatever, man. Maybe that's the hippie. That's the hippie in me talking that But hey,
we need more of that in this world, dude. We need more love and positivity. I'm with it.
But it's also my love for the Cheeseheads, man. Love for the Packer Nation. So I think Love is like, I'm not much of a jersey guy, but if I did get one, it would be a Love jersey for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Like, so what's Todd saying? Wick's a sleeper. He was a sleeper for the beginning of the year. I don't think he's a sleeper anymore. Like,
he's waking people up.
Oh, Wicks is a sleeper. What's that now? I'm sorry.
I said he's waking people up.
Hell yeah. So I'll put it this way. When he came out, he was a 5th-round pick, right, out of UVA. When they said that if he came out the year before that the quarterback change and he got banged up a little bit, he would have been a 2nd-round pick. But then he had another year at UVA, and the numbers weren't as great, so he fell. I think Gutekunst, he just hit it out the park with this draft. He really did. Like, everyone's contributing. Everyone's having, like, just able to hit the ground running. And I'm sorry, man, get the young guys in there. Give these guys a chance to play, man. Like, I want to see Anthony Johnson Jr. I want to see Ryan. I want to see the young guys in there because if you're not getting the job done, then you're doing something wrong. I'm like, Runyon almost got Love killed like 3 times. And I'm just like, I can't do this no more. 76 is killing me right now. Just no, I'm done with it. But I agree. Yeah, Wicks has huge upside. Huge upside. He has his. I know people hate RAS scores, right? But his numbers are like, I think, identical to Devontae Adams when it comes to his height, weight, speed, all that stuff. So I can't wait, man.
I'm excited to see where he goes. It says we need to sign Smoke Monday just for the jersey.
Hell yeah. Auburn's finest right there. Played free safety for them. He can play. I don't know. His workouts were not that great. And then I don't know. He hasn't been able to stick with any teams for the most part. But I'm looking forward to like seeing who they've already kind of filled up the roster. But I told you, man. I don't know what to expect. What do you think is going to happen this year, though? Like now that we kind of like we're seeing us waking up a little bit. We're starting to kind of like put things together. You think that you see us kind of keep weighing this thing out because you're right. These next 2 games are tough ones. After that, the schedule kind of opens up.
100% it does. After we see the Chiefs, right? It's Monday night then against the Giants, I think, in New York.
Tommy DeVito.
Yeah. and then we come home and play the Buccaneers, and I like bringing the Buccaneers back to the north there. Then the Panthers, not worried about them. I guess the game I'd be worried about is like going to the Vikings. Like that would be my worst nightmare is like getting on a run and then like going to Minnesota late in the season.
I'm not gonna lie, that place is a house of horrors. US Bank Stadium has not been kind to us. We've won some games there. Josh Dobbs has kind of come down to earth a little bit. I think, we're going to see that either go one way or another. He's a great story, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but like there's a reason why this guy's been bounced around teams. People do figure him out eventually. And I think that them getting back Justin Jefferson could make a difference. But man, I don't know. Like I said, you're right. The Minnesota game is the one that scares me because everything else I'm not really worried about. Like Chicago's coming to Green Bay, right?
Yep.
Bryce, unless they fire Frank Reich and they get a new coach in there and he starts using Bryce Young differently, we should be okay. But geez and Pete's, like they're scared to let that boy play, man. They don't even let him throw the ball 5 yards down the field. I'm like, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
I know. I haven't watched much of the Panthers because like what I have seen is so unimpressive. I don't want to take what little time I have in my life to watch the Carolina Panthers anymore than like here's the 1 minute 30-second edition of the game.
The bare minimum, right? Yeah. So red zone does me right. Okay, red zone does me right. Where I get to see some of their clips. I watched it Thursday night, and Todd's right, man. I'm not gonna lie. If I had a hierarchy, it'd be Vikings first, Bears second, and then Lions third when it comes to my hatred for the teams in our division. Just because the Vikings, they get off on like injuring our guys and then making they still show pictures of them like Anthony Barr tackling and breaking Rodgers' bone. Like that's their Super Bowl ring. That's the closest thing they're gonna get to a trophy, ever. And that's what they have to hang the hat on. And there's a reason why they keep getting snake bitten because these are just a trash organization. The rest of these, Bears, they're dysfunctional. Lions, I love a lot of their stuff. I just, I'm not happy that they're winning, but again, like they're doing it right. I can't lie. I can't be mad about it. Bucks defense. So True North Packers said something here. We gotta share this. Bucks defense. I mean, Bucks. What, basketball or football?
I know. It's like the Bucks are playing right now. They're playing the Wizards.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say that
I'm a big Bucks fan, but
yeah, I watch them. I mean, I've stayed true to them since because they're my Wisconsin team. But like, I probably didn't start getting into it probably maybe the last 5. It says Giannis got there is when I started really kind of popping off on it.
But
before the championships, yeah.
It was like my junior year in high school is when they made that run to the Eastern Conference Finals, like in 2001.
Oh God, yeah, you talk about taking it way back, huh?
Yeah, 7th grade, man. I went to my first Bucks game. It was like a 97, 96, 97. So like Glenn Robinson was like a rookie. And Vin Baker was on that team, and that's like that. I fell in love with the Bucks then when I was like 13 years old. And then, in high school, they had that awesome run. And then dude, there was this like 15 years there where I'm like, I can't believe I'm a fan of this team still, But
that's how the Lions feel, man. That's how the Lions feel.
And now Giannis, man, like Jack Sigma. That's an 80s guy right there.
That's bringing it all the way back. Yep. Yeah. I was gonna say, look, I was like Ray Allen, and after Ray Allen, I was Brandon Jennings. That's kind of like when I started getting into it, right? And he started talking. That's a while ago. That's when he was talking trash to LeBron and stuff like that. That was it for me.
But Brandon Jennings dropped 50 something on Steph Curry. I think they were both rookies that year.
Oh shit.
And we were like, oh yeah, look who's got the better rookie, man.
Yeah,
I love Brandon Jennings though.
He's a good player, man. He was. He was a lefty.
He was a lefty, and but he still has so much love for the Bucks organization, and that's another reason why I love him. And he interacts with a lot of people on X and stuff like that. He's an awesome dude. But yeah. But the Lions fans.
What are we doing now? Yeah, what are we doing now? What we talk about Thursday. What are we doing now?
Well, Thursday I'm going to be live during the game. So if you're lonely on Thanksgiving, download the Pro Sports Fan app and find the Packers chat room. And there'll be a few of us live there. Robin Adams, some of you might know.
Yeah, Robin.
He'll be streaming live, and we're just going to be hanging out on Thanksgiving Day. You get to see our live reaction to the game. You might see me in my kitchen doing a couple things as well.
Nice.
But yeah, there was a couple weeks ago. I cooked brunch while I was streaming the game. I was so people got to
That's
watch me
what's up.
cook some breakfast tacos.
That's
But
what I'm talking about. Okay. Hell yeah.
but that's
We're just go.
yeah, I was just gonna say that's what we're looking forward to Thanksgiving Day, man. Watching that football game early and then feasting afterwards.
Damn right. Damn right, man. I couldn't agree with you more. We normally go to my mother-in-law's house for Thanksgiving, but now my wife's cousin is doing it. So we're going to her place.
Yeah.
And they're going all out. So and Thanksgiving's really, really, really big deal for my wife's family. So I love it. So we're gonna be doing that, and then I know I'll be watching a game there. Probably trying to be a bartender at 11:30 in the morning here. And then yeah, basically I'll have my post game with Dan. Connick will probably come on after the game. Hopefully we'll be talking about a victory. And from that point on, just really just getting stuffed and lit, and maybe getting lit because I'm happy or getting lit because I'm sad, one of the two. And just getting ready for them Black Friday deals. Hopefully I can try to finagle some kind of good deal. But yeah, I mean, I'm just looking forward. This week is always a fun week because work-wise things are so slow. Everyone's taking off time, things slow down, and just allows you to kind of just take a step back, catch up on things, and just really enjoy your time with your family.
100%. I'm really soaking in this week too, because this is actually my last week of paternity leave.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. So in the state of Washington, there's something you can pay into, so that when you have a child, they pay it's 2/3 of your salary, and you can take 3 months off and spend it with your family. So, but that time's coming up, so I'm going to be back in the classroom by next week, and gotta go back to the teacher world. So,
oh man. Tell people what you do. I don't know if everyone knows what you do, but let people know what kind of teacher you are, because I think that's a really important thing.
I am a middle school special education teacher, but my focus is students with emotional and behavioral disabilities. Most of the challenges that my students work with are based from trauma in their childhood. So those are the students I work with every day, man. And
that's awesome, man. You don't understand how many kids need that kind of support and just need that help, and that don't get it. And then unfortunately their life takes them a wrong way. Right. And you doing what you're doing and helping people out and making sure they don't, they have someone to talk to and kind of work out those things. Man, I'm telling you, man, God ain't making enough people like you to do stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie, because that's awesome, man. I wish I had one of you when I was coming up, shit, because I could have used it. But look, I turned out okay. But I have to admit, man, that's awesome, man. I think people need to know that, that's something that it's a selfless job, and that I think a lot of people don't understand the kind of patience that it takes to be able to talk to young kids and be able to maneuver those kind of landscapes.
Yeah, I was in a bit of a behavior program growing up myself, so I was I can really relate to some of these kids. And the funny thing is, when I look back at that, the program that I was in, I wish I could remember what the acronym stood for, but the acronym was SNAP. SNAP. Why would you make it a program?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the worst thing you want to say for something.
But I was in elementary school, man. I didn't put, that, I don't know if that was slang yet for getting angry, but looking back at it, I was part of a behavioral program called SNAP in elementary school. I was
goodness gracious.
But thanks, Todd. Yeah, it's my time though. I think it's probably I don't know how many more years I got left in me, to be honest for you, though.
It's tough, man.
In that field, I've done it for 8 years, and I'm going to stay in the special education world, I think, though. But I want to go to community transitions, where I'm helping students from the ages of 18 to 21. So the public education system, it will provide resources and materials for students with IEPs until they're 21 years old. So then you get kids that's post high school. So you have students, with IEPs between ages 18 and 21, and we work with community transition teachers. We help them get into the workforce. We help them get into technical schools or trade schools, community colleges.
Hell yeah.
Any type of post-secondary programs that are out there. And that, I think that's where more of my lifestyle needs to be, is because it's kids that really want to be there, that are looking to build a future for themselves outside of school. Because like my
And they
kids
don't need
don't.
to do that. Once they're 18,
Yeah.
they don't need to do that. They're choosing to do that and choosing to
Yeah.
get help. And
Exactly.
the ones that are in high school or middle school, they're kind of forced into it, right? And
Yeah.
you can only do so much with that if people don't really want to help themselves, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta admit, like, yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
And now that I got a kiddo of my own, man, like my
Yeah.
outlook on life is so different now. I'm like, man, I don't want to come home completely emotionally exhausted every
Mm,
single day. That's a big
I
thing
feel
for
you on
me.
that.
I want to be
It's like
there
you,
for my wife and kid, you know?
hell yeah. I mean, you want to leave the better world. You want to leave the world a little better than you left it, right? And
Yeah.
you can't do that if you're helping everybody else, and then you come home and you ain't got the bandwidth. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the way it is. I get it. I completely get it. You got to be able to handle both without losing both. I mean, I get
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, man.
Okay, so all right now,
Oh,
look, he ain't lying, man. He ain't lying.
thanks. I
My
appreciate.
bad.
Oh,
My
no, I
bad.
say I appreciate that, Todd. Thanks.
Hell yeah, man. All right, so what are we doing? Are we predicting? What are we predicting? We doing
Yes.
scores? You want to predict a win or loss for this Thursday?
Yeah. Let's go for it. Let's go X factors first.
Okay,
X
let's do X
factors
factors.
prediction.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, what are some X factors that got to happen for us to get the win? So X factors for the Packers to get the win on Thursday here. I got one in my mind already.
Go. You go. I want to hear it because I don't want to take it from you.
A defensive or special teams touchdown. I
Okay.
think that's something that we need.
Mm-hmm.
I go with this one because of the lack of our backfield, our offensive backfield, right? I'm agreeing with you, Amar, about like let's go pass happy. I think Love can get us a few scoring drives or a couple scoring drives like that. But I think ultimately to go into Detroit to steal this game, we need a special teams or defensive touchdown. So that's an X factor for mine. It's getting a non-offensive touchdown or like, forcing a turnover in the like where we all of a sudden, well, we're in the red zone or it's 1st and goal after the turnover, so it's something like that. It's just like that's what I'm feeling. That's my X factor, man. And non-offensive points. Yeah.
Okay, my X factor is going to be the offensive line because I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking Keyshawn Nixon taking one to the house. I was thinking Quay Walker taking one to the house. So you took both of mine right there. Boom,
Sorry,
boom.
man.
But you know what? No, that's good because we're gonna need that. We're gonna need to try to score points any way possible. And Jared Goff has clearly, if he's making damn Chicago Bears defense look good, I'm sorry, like Joe Barry can do a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
Here we go. Back-to-back 300 push yard. I honestly think both these things could happen. I definitely think that Jordan Love could have another few hundred plus yard game. And that's why I want the offensive line to really step up. I need them to really give them the time to get the ball downfield, get to the playmakers. And then on top of that, too, Rashawn Gary, newly minted contract, one of the highest paid players on the defense, and deservedly so. He needs to really show up, and even if he's not getting sacks, I need him to get pressure because the thing is, Jared Goff is somewhat of a statue, right? Like he'll. I mean, I've seen him run here and there, so we gotta be careful about that. But look, Iowa Joy, you ain't lying, bro. You are not lying, man. Like hook, crook, or crane, I do not care. I want Jaden Reed to get as many targets and touches as possible. I don't care how you do it. You make him Deebo Samuel, basically. He running the ball, he catching the ball. Hell, you can have him throw the ball for all I care. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
As long as like it's our offensive line just shows up like they did these last few weeks. Because look, they as helter skelter as our offensive line, they did a damn good job against Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt. And then I know Joey Bosa went out, but hell, they still got some young cats on the other side of Khalil Mack, and for the most part, they were stymie him too. So like, I just need them to keep stacking the success. And damn man, like if they can do that, I try to be Mr. Reverse Jinx a lot and just think the worst. Just when the best happens, I'm happy. And so, but man, like we just need the offense. I just need Jordan Love to have the time to get the ball because he's already proven that if he's looking down the barrel of a shotgun, he's able to distribute the ball and get it to where it needs to go. It's those times where like sometimes he has too much time. Does that make sense? Like where he has too much time and he's just
you get too much in your head.
And he's just like sitting there like I'm like, no man, just let it go. Just let it rip. Just let it go. Like so I told you, Detroit going to try to they're going to bring pressure. They're going to try to They're going to try to get at Jordan,
Yeah.
and they just need to take advantage of the opportunities because they're going to play zone. You already know it. And when
Yeah.
they do that, definitely need to take advantage of those situations. And Jordan needs to run. That's no X factor. He needs to run. He needs to use his legs because you saw what Justin Fields did. Obviously, Love is not as fast as Justin Fields, but there's yards to be have out there.
To get that first down,
That's
it.
Just,
those third and mids, get the first down. That's all we need,
Just work the markers, man. Like I don't, when he threw that touchdown to Romeo Dobbs, right? I'm like, damn, this boy going deep again. But he did the same thing against Jaden Reed against Pittsburgh, right? And I'm like, if it's there, take it. But like on CMN too, if it's not, hey man, just work down the field. Do them what they do to us in our defense, with a death by 1,000 paper cuts. Do it to them. You know what I'm saying? Someone said that Detroit's defense was on the field for 40 minutes this past game. And now they're turning back around and playing this game against us. All I'm saying is they might be a little tired. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nobody on the injury report, but who knows if they lying or what.
That makes you feel frustrated again, knowing that their defense is probably tired and beat up, that we can't let's just bash them with Jones and Dillon. It's like,
seriously.
Dang it.
I'm fine with Dillon getting touches too because he's been showing that, he just seems like he's, how they always say he runs behind his pads more whenever he does well. I just think he's just running well. Like he's just getting the job done. And you know what, Todd, we've seen this. Like when they would do that with Rodgers, Watson was killing him with that sweep. But the last few times this year they've tried the jet sweep at Watson. He can't get to the edge, and maybe it's too obvious or something. I don't know. I think we should do that with like a triple reverse kind of thing like that Detroit does to us. Go Jaden Reed one way, come Watson, come back around the other way. Yeah. I see that as a touchdown all day. Hell yeah. So we got X factors. We might be saying pretty if these things come true.
Yeah. I should probably make a banner for X Factors.
I was going to say, it's okay. There we go. Bam. We hit it. There we go. Boom. All right.
One more. I got another X Factor. Carlson's got to make his kicks, man. I understand the 52-yarder in Green Bay. 45 and up for me, I can usually find a way to accept that we missed it, but 45 and under usually you're NFL.
I'm with you. 100% with you. 100%.
I'm especially when it's coming up, it's starting to happen more now, and so got to make the kicks, man. I don't want to be in a situation where we're needing a late field goal or something to put it in overtime, or we have to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion now at the end of the game because of a missed extra point, something silly. Carlson's
gone back-to-back weeks now, right? I think he's gone back-to-back weeks with extra points missed and just things that need to be automatic for him. I get he's young and all this and that, but I always look at hey man, you got one job, dog. That's your one job. And if DeGarra's not out there playing a little mime and shit, not trying to block anybody, then you should be kicking these balls and making them. That's all I can say. And guess what? You're playing in a dome, no weather. There's no excuses for anything wind or anything like that. Just go out there, kick the ball, and get your dog up. Wheelan, my Irish man, is a beast. I love that man. I hope they keep him there for the next 20 years. Yeah, I heard about the snaps.
Snaps are kind
of well,
okay.
We paying that dude a shit ton of money to do that kind of stuff. I don't agree with that. Mr. Ozarch. All right, so what are we thinking now for predictions?
All right, predictions. Predictions can be part of our last words here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
predictions.
Sir.
I am gonna
last words. You ain't gotta do prediction if you don't want to. You can just do last words too. That's fine with me.
Oh no, I'm gonna go predictions. I just I guess I could create a banner. Predictions.
I like last words. I like last words. Last words is pretty cool.
Yeah, last words is part of my predictions are part of the last words.
Boom. There we go.
I'm gonna say they get it done, and they're gonna get it done. Let's go 27-24 Packers.
Okay.
They're gonna get it done, man. And I'm gonna go with a late pass happy drive. Not super late. I'd say we're gonna have to watch the defense try to come up with a stop. I think we'll score with just over a minute left. Let's just put it that way. Up 27-24.
Okay. Okay.
That's my guess. Score a late touchdown, 27-24. Packers are going to be 2-2 in the division. We'll be in the wild card talk. I'm for it. I'm here for it. I'm going for it.
Okay. All right. I love that because I don't do scores because I'm superstitious as shit. And normally I always pick the Packers to win. I don't care who they play. All right. I'm picking them to win. I don't know how they're going to do it. All I know is that Jordan Love's going to have a great game. I truly do believe that. I think Love's going to have a great game. And I just feel like as much as I hate Joe Barry with every being of my soul, he knows, like, even he didn't do that great against his last game. But in his defense, the defense did get a pick off the bat, and we couldn't do anything with it. Yes, I agree. I would. You're damn right, probably. But I'm gonna say this: he knows how to game plan against Jared Goff. They can take anything away. I'm not lying. That Chicago Bears game was bad. Like, he was making some decisions, and their starting right guard is out. So they have like a rookie in there who has been showing some. He's like our Runyon basically. He just not he's okay, right? And we're gonna need to really be able to find a way to get pressure on Jared Goff. And like I said, Joe Barry, when it comes to certain teams and certain players, he knows how to game plan for some damn reason. I don't know how he does because he can't do it consistently. But when it comes to Jared Goff, he knows what he's doing there. I'm hoping that he can keep that up because we are going to need to. I told you, I think we're going to have to steal possession or two. We're going to need to get some picks or some fumbles. We're going to have to get something.
100%. Yeah.
Because that offense is very high powered. And it's one of those things where, like, you saw what the Chargers did against them last week. They had to keep going score for score, right? Yeah. Chicago almost had to do – Chicago started, like, kind of cutting up a little bit because they were up by 2 scores.
Yeah.
And then, once we get it's one of those things where I want the old Matt LaFleur to come back, all gas, no break. I just want them put that gas to the floor and just go because we could do it. Like, we could do – like, Love has shown that he can get the job done. Like, I don't think there's any doubt in my mind about that. And – he's doing that with no run game. That's what's killing me right now. It's like there's no fear of the run, but they still do play action and they still get people to bite. I don't know how the hell that works, but it still works. I'm like, hey man, keep doing the thing, man. Keep doing the thing.
Yeah, I'm there with you, Todd. Get to Goff, right? He's not very mobile. That's the key, man. Is a fumble, a pick, one of each. We got to get to Goff. We got to get the ball.
You need to start reminding people what the Green Bay Packers are about. I think people have been kind of sleeping on us because we haven't been looking that great at the beginning of the year. And I think, Jordan Love needs to show people what it really is, and the reason why he was considered the baller that he was when he was at Utah State. There's a reason why they picked this kid in the first round, and starting to show it a little bit here and there. I'm on the train right now, so I'm going to stay on there until the wheels fall off. So.
Oh yeah, I'm there with you, Amar. I love this squad. They're starting to get it together. Watson had 2 catches and a touchdown. It's a glimpse,
Yes.
It's a glimpse, I'm proud of the kid. I know he's getting a ton of crap now.
He had good blocks. He's blocking his ass off too.
Yeah,
he's doing his thing, man.
So I hope we see some more of him this week. It would be awesome for him to take another step forward and get some of the haters off the back.
And allow his family to relax, too, because they've been going crazy on social media.
I know, man. I've seen that because he's going to have to play even more. Like, he's more important now with Wicks, right? If Wicks is out,
I agree.
Holy moly.
This is opportunity to kind of, like, step it up because the talent is there. I've told you I've not been a fan of Watson, but he has God-given ability.
Yeah.
Just needs to – that same thing that MVS had coming up where they say, just get more confidence in himself. That's all he needs right now. Just some confidence in himself, and he'll be good to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that's my last words, I guess, man. I got Packers winning, a close one. Okay. I think Packer Nation is feeling, the best they have since the Bears win.
Good. Hey, man, look, I think I've said my last words 5 times. I want a Packers win. I think that we covered a lot today. I think, we did this. We were on here for almost a full hour, man. So I think we did a damn good job. We got everything. And coast to coast Packers once again. Bernie, thank you, man. I really appreciate you just being here with me and just doing this thing with me. I don't think I could do this without you, bro. And
Same
also having a good-hearted person like you too. That's awesome, man. But hope
Thanks,
everyone
appreciate it.
enjoyed us and had a good time. And looking forward to talking next Monday. And I know we're trying to think, as me and Bernie are throwing some ideas around, but trying to make the show a little more lively. So we got some ideas we're trying to throw around here. So we'll try to throw those out here as the weeks come up, and maybe you may see some different faces on here with us, talk about Packers and talk about the team that we all love. Good deal.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Awesome. Go Pack. Take care, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.